Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good Wednesday morning, folks. Glad you're out here watching us on the front porch. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's about 67, 68 degrees outside. Beautiful morning. Hope you're having a great morning. And got some good news. I think Kenny's going to be back tomorrow, so you won't have to see me sitting right here. You'll have your old buddy Kenny back in here and doing his thing one day from today. So we're going to go to the lines right now. We got Reverend Christopher Crumley here from New Providence Baptist Church. And good morning, Pastor Christopher Crumley.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I got a little bit of sinus issues going on this morning, but that's the way it's been for about a couple of months. But I'm doing all right.
Well, sometimes being snotty is just part of life,
Amen to that.
That's right. Hey, okay, what's happening in the New Providence Baptist Church world today? I know it's Wednesday. You probably got prayer meeting or something tonight, don't you?
Yeah, we've been going through a series that I started. I call it Sin Desire to Christ Desire, where I take everyday sinful desires and we look at Scripture and try to move them over to the more spiritual way of living. We've done haters to lovers. We've done goodness, I can't remember my first one. Tonight we're doing thieves to givers, and we're going to look at how we can be better at the giving part in our lives, not necessarily monetarily, but sometimes just emotionally and physically, and how we can be better at not stealing the time God's given us and being better stewards of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good deal. Good deal. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to let you start off this morning with our thought for the day.
All right. Well, we've been talking about this week putting on the armor of God and being the light of the world. And, the last couple of weeks I've been dealing or praying with a church member. Her husband's been in the hospital. He had 2 major strokes, and they decided yesterday to pull everything off, and we're pretty sure he's going to pass naturally. And that kind of puts you in a place of uncertainty, because we as believers know if we put our faith in Jesus Christ and we believe in Him and we follow His ways, that when we die we go to heaven. But, when we get to that point in life where death is coming, you start to kind of, I don't want to use the word falter, but you kind of get a little worried, and you start praying, and sometimes you don't know what to pray about. And I like this scripture in Romans 8, verse 26. I've done a study on this scripture or this chapter, but this scripture specifically, because, some people don't know what to pray when they're in a situation they don't know how to handle, or they can't handle, because it's just so emotionally draining. Mm-hmm. Verse 26 of chapter 8 of Romans says, "Likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. You know, the Holy Spirit is he's a magnificent part of our lives. When Jesus died and resurrected and ascended into heaven, he told his disciples, look, when I go, I'm going to send you a protector and a guide. And he sent us the Holy Spirit. And the magnificent part about the Holy Spirit is when we are in a point in our lives where we just can't figure out what to say or what to do, the Holy Spirit will do it for you if your heart is in the right place. And, you know, speaking with my church member, and she's a well-devout, I mean, all she talked about was how God has answered her prayers through this, how every time she needed something, it just seemed to come out of nowhere. You know, and that's an act of the Holy Spirit. That is the Holy Spirit doing what you cannot.
Right.
You know, and sometimes when you're in that part of your life where you don't know what to do, that's okay. Because if you believe and you search for Christ, the Holy Spirit's going to pray for you. He's going to intercede for you. And he's going to be there and say the things that you can't say. I told my church one time, I said, the Holy Spirit is a filter to your prayer. You know, because the Bible teaches us you cannot doubt when you pray. And I used to think, well, I should just stop praying because I doubt all the time. You know, we always doubt. Doubt's just part of human nature. But then I read this, and I read more about the Holy Spirit, and I realized he filters out that doubt. And he pulls out from your heart what you truly mean to say to Christ, to say to God. And it doesn't go to him as doubt because the Holy Spirit is there to speak for you. So my thought for today is simply stop worrying about what you should say and what you should pray because the Holy Spirit is there. He's taking care of you. Don't worry about it. Hang on. He's going to walk with you. He's going to work with you. And ultimately, he's going to watch over you. So I just encourage you daily to remember that the Holy Spirit is interceding on our behalf when we don't know what to say.
That's that hits home. I mean, there's pretty much everybody can say, you know, every time something's happening, you don't really know how to ask in your prayer what you want to ask or what you want to say, and you know, you're thinking, hey, I need this, or I hope this doesn't go. But you know, that's great to know that the Holy Spirit does that, and that's pretty cool thought for the day.
And, you know, a lot of times we get so flustered with is God listening that we forget the Holy Spirit is always listening. You know, he's there. He's hearing everything. He's seeing everything you do. He knows your heart better than you do,
mm-hmm.
and he makes sure that God knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's important. Is even when you're in your worst day, the Holy Spirit is trying to make it your best day.
Got you. Great thought for the day. Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing you again tomorrow morning at the same time. And get on down to Rockford and sell some bait and maybe a hammer and whatever else you got going on down there. Yeah.
We're gonna try. We've had a good week this week, so I'm praying that it keeps going that way.
That's good to hear for sure. All right, thank you, Pastor Christopher Crumley from New Providence Baptist Church. You go have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. It is, like I said, 69, 68 degrees outside, depending on which way the wind's blowing on you. It's going to be another pretty day. Yeah, cut that off before it starts beeping on me. High today is 86. Going to be cloudy. Got about a 25% chance of rain. Low tonight, 67. Looks like we got a 56% chance of rain. So I'm gonna say that's better than average chance tonight. Gonna get a little shower or two. And the 5-day forecast looks like this. Tomorrow it goes back down to about 25% chance of rain, 84. Cooling off on Friday with a 40% shot of rain, 78. 80 on Saturday, same thing, a rain chance. Sunday, a little bit more rain chance. All lows lows in the high 60s and highs around 80 each day. So we need some rain. The grass is brown. So good Lord, bring the rain on. We would appreciate the rain. 5-day forecast is brought to you by Alex City Marine. Go see the folks down on Highway 280 at LC Marine for all your boating and needs. They got oil, they got parts, they got it all going on there. They got some new boats too. Get you a brand new boat for the summer. The lake is up. Call them at 256-215-3474. Town and Country Cleaners, located right on Cherokee Road here in Alexander City. Get in there and ask them about their specials. They have daily specials, and they're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Good folks over at Town and Country Cleaners.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Glory's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Glory's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South. Turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Hometown Pharmacy, located at 839 Airport Drive here in Alexander City, conveniently located right adjacent to Temple Medical Clinic. Go by and visit the friendly staff where they treat you like family. And remember the drive-through window. All major insurances are accepted. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., and then on Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Give them a call at 256-329-0900. That's Hometown Pharmacy, serving our hometown.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asks you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
He'll be home and garden shop located at 1217 Tallapoosa Street, right down here from the TV station. Phil sent a message yesterday. They've got all remaining Kimberly Queen ferns on sale for $10. All remaining Kimberly Queen ferns on sale for $10. So go over there and see Phil and his staff. They've got all kind of other different types of plants over there. They got the hibiscus, they got corn, they got tomato plants, they got pretty much whatever you need over there for your planting needs at Hillby Home and Garden Shop. And welcome back out here to the front porch. Good Wednesday morning. Got some folks watching. Robert Reams, he was out here yesterday. He's watching us. Dana Lett, she is a regular. She watches every morning. Thank you, Dana, for being such a loyal participant in the front porch and watching us each morning that we're on out here. Like I said, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. Kenny will be back tomorrow if nothing changes. And he wants to thank all you folks for your prayers. And as he and Ellen have been in Birmingham for a while and back home, and she's recovering from surgery and doing pretty well. It's a long road to recovery sometimes, but he has been taking care of her as he should be, and he will be back out tomorrow. My papa used to say, if the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, he'll be sitting right here tomorrow, and you'll get to hear him talk versus hearing me talk. Y'all have heard me enough for the past couple of weeks. Got a good lineup this morning. 6:30, I got Miss Jody McGirt coming out and talk about Lake Martin Resource and what's going on, maybe some changes in water rules out on the lake, but mainly we're going to talk about water and Memorial Day and being safe and that type of thing. She'll be here at 6:30. 7 o'clock, we got Mabry Cook from Russell Medical out here, and he's always fun to talk to, and he'll bring a lot of energy at 7 o'clock. And at 7:30, we got Marcia Mason, attorney Marcia Mason. She'll be here at 7:30, and always fun to sit and talk with Miss Marcia and see what's going on in her world. But that's a lineup for today. It's going to be a great show, so I hope you stay tuned in during break or something. If you need to get you a cup of coffee or eat you a biscuit, do that and grab it and come back around and get in front of the TV and or the computer or ever how you're watching us, the Roku, the YouTube, the Facebook. If you're driving, listen on the radio. Rob Harris, I'm sure you're on the road this morning. Hope you're still listening to us. And I did not hear Andy Tucker's horn blow, but I'm sure it blew a few minutes ago when he went by. He always is good to do that and lets us know he's in town. It's good to know when he's in town for sure. But lots of stuff going on. As we say this every morning, we start looking at all these announcements. There's something going on all the time. Never a boring minute right here in our community. Elks Lodge, tomorrow night they got the bingo, and I think the pot's up to around $2,300 now. But they've also got their Boston butt sale. You see that pretty Boston butt right there? You can get you one of those if you call the Elks Lodge and pre-order. Get a hold of John Freeman and those folks down there at the Elks Lodge. $45 each. Pickup is Friday this week, the 22nd, 4 to 7 at the Lodge. And then this weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend. Lots of things going on all over the lake and in town. Alex City's got stuff going on. Daville's got stuff going on. The lake is full of entertainment. We're becoming a little Nash Vegas down here. If you want to go hear live music, you can hear it pretty much Thursday through Sunday or so, pretty much anywhere around the lake, around Alex City, at different places. But the Martins has got a full slate of folks this weekend. They're starting Friday night off with River Dan Band, no cover charge. River Dan's going to be there Friday night at Martin's, and he is a local country. If you like country music, he is your guy. I mean, he can sing Waylon, he can sing Willie, he can sing Chris Christopherson. He sings it all. Saturday, the 23rd at Martin's, they've got GP38 Band. They are from Columbus, Georgia, I think. I think that's what I was told this week. But they'll be there. They hit stage at 8:30. They are authentic country. Miss Vivian says it's like having 5 George Straits on stage, or 6. There's 6 of them in this picture. 6 George Straits on stage at one time. But that's what's happening down at Martin's. And Sunday night, they got Shake the Lake and Blackberry Breeze. Opening up for them is the Burn Downs. They're from Montgomery, and it's a veterans benefit. Go buy. Tickets are $15, and they have limited capacity. That's Sunday night down at Martin's. Something always going on down there. Something always going on at Martin's down on Highway 34. And we've been talking about this, and this is for next weekend. Lake Martin Rodeo being put on by the Benjamin Russell FFA alumni and supporters. There'll be a lot of FFA kids out there working the rodeo. It's $15 pre-order or pre-sale tickets. You can get those at Tractor Supply. They are not selling the tickets down at the Ag Arena. The only pre-sale tickets are at the Tractor Supply, and of course you'll be able to buy them at the gate the day of the rodeo. But they're $20 at the gate, $15 at Tractor Supply right now. Youth tickets at the gate are $15, 6 to 18 years old. If you are 5 and under, you get in for free. We'll have bull riding, barrel racing, family fun, and more. It's going to be a huge time at the rodeo next weekend down in Jackson's Gap at the brand new Tallapoosa County Agribusiness Center and Arena, Jackson's Gap, Alabama, 36861. That's the zip code down there. Saturday the 23rd, Memorial Day weekend Saturday, Loaves and Fishes and Vets for Vets is having a car show. Show for a Cause is raising money for Loaves and Fishes. They feed a ton of folks down in Dadeville and Alex City, Camp Hill, all around our area. That's the brochure on that. There's going to be some pretty cool cars out there. Registration is at 8 o'clock. I think they open up the car show at 9. It goes from 9 to 1 on Saturday. Bring your canned goods, non-perishable items, and they will collect those for Loaves and Fishes. We talked about the Elks Lodge. They've got bingo going on tomorrow night. They've got 2 or 3 different ways you can win, but the big pot, I think, is around $2,300 right now. And what a great way to go down and help out cause. If you need something to do tomorrow night, go down and play a little bingo and help raise money for the Elks Lodge and all their charities that they support. Farmers markets are coming up. Oh my goodness, we got farmers markets everywhere. I'm going to start with the one here in Alex City. It starts this week, May 23rd, and goes through July 25th, 7 to 11. Downtown there in Alex City, sponsored by Main Street. And my nose is itches. I guess somebody's coming. Jody McGirt will be here shortly. I guess that's why my nose is itching. Got company coming. Go see the folks over at the farmers market for all your produce and jams and honey and all kinds of fun stuff. And we will be right back. We've got the music playing. Davison Farmers Market is the second Saturday, May, June, July, and August. So that's going on up at the Davison Community Center. Then the Finley Family Farm Stand down in Camp Hill on Finley Road opens up on May the 30th, 10 to 2. And just got all kinds of stuff going on. If you've got an event you want us to talk about, let us know. Give us a holler, email us, text us, and we'll try to get it on. We'll be right back with Jody McGirt. Man, I need not a new, but I'm looking for a 3, 4, 5-year-old truck in good shape, low miles maybe, good price. Hey, you might want to go find these folks in Kellyton. Forbes Auto Sales out on Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama. Good selection of used cars, trucks, Jeeps, SUVs. They got it going on. You need tires? Go see them. They'll put you some tires on your existing vehicle. You got a knock or a noise or something that you don't know what it is? Go see them up there. They'll look at your car also. Good folks at Forbes Auto Sales.
Looking for reliable medical equipment close to home? Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical in Sylacauga has you covered with oxygen, CPAPs and BPAPs, continuous glucose monitors, wound care, and airway therapy. Need mobility support? We offer braces, lift chairs, and both manual and motorized wheelchairs available for rent or purchase. We'll even show you how to use your equipment, and yes, we accept most insurances. Serving the Sylacauga area for over 20 years, that's Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort Williams. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Call 256-245-1411 today.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
On Lake Martin, there's so much to do, but if golf is your sport, you gotta get to Stillwater's Country Club. We offer the region's best course and facility for only $40 per round with cart weekly and an amazing $45 per weekend play. Make sure to inquire on any of our membership options, including full family, senior, student, or just spouse. Options that offer true value for your golfing pleasure. Book your round today at 256-307-1081 and enjoy one of the region's best courses with top-notch service. Stillwater's Country Club. Open to the public, golf, dine, and enjoy anytime.
Porch Feed and Seed covers both sides of the road in downtown Dable. Incredible selection of plants, stones, insecticides, and gift selection in the additional part. Original store has tack and boots for men, women, and children, gloves, hats, belts, and Carhartt clothing. Come on in and visit. Open Monday through Saturday for your convenience with a whole lot of service. Porch Feed and Seed, downtown Dable, Alabama. Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
So your sink is backed up, or your toilet stopped up, or something's going wrong with your plumbing. Who you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters. You're gonna call Anthony's Plumbing. There's not a job that's too small for them. They're licensed, they're insured. You're gonna call this number, 256-596-1111, and get Anthony's Plumbing out to your house today to fix what you got going on. You'll be glad you did. And we're back out for the 6:30 version of the Front Porch. I got Jody McGirt. She's coming, but she's running a little late. She'll be coming in here on two wheels in just a second. But until she gets here, we're going to just chit-chat for a while. I've been meaning to mention this. I got a little note right here. This Sunday at Bay Pine Baptist Church, they've got a gospel group called Clear Vision. They're very good. I've heard them before. They'll be singing at 10:30. Clear Vision this Sunday. Let's see here. Who is watching us right now on, as Barry Bolin calls it, Bookface, but it's Facebook. Let's see here. Diane Riccio is watching this. Jack Wright, good morning. John Ballard is watching us. Good morning, John. Robert Reams is still watching. And Dana and Rob Harris is listening to us on the radio. He texted me and said he was listening. So, and my wife is watching also. I got a text from her. So good morning to all you folks watching us. Thank you for tuning in and listening to me ramble a little bit. But let's go back over to some more activities that are going on, because I didn't get to go through all of them. We had to go to the break while we wait on Miss Jody. The town of Rockford is going to do their celebration for the 250th celebration of America. Can y'all believe it's been 250 years? Time has flown by. You're getting old when you were at the 200th celebration. You can remember being part of that. I was just a little boy, but still was part of it. I was in the 4th grade in 1976, and 50 years later, here we are. It's just crazy how time goes on. But anyways, the town of Rockford, there it is right there, having their 250th celebration, June 27th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Vendors, music, order slides for the kids, petting zoo, veterans commemoration, restaurants will be open. It's going to be a big day in Rockford on June 27th to celebrate 250 years of America's freedom. Wow. And I was talking, we had a gentleman out here last week, Scott Baker, that's going to go to France, and he was talking about how old some of those buildings and how old they've been around over there. They've been there for thousands of years. Our country's only 250 years old. We're just babes. I don't know if we're just barely walking as far as other countries been around as many years they've been around. So we're still a young country, but we enjoy our freedom. July 4th is coming up. Right after that celebration, there'll be a big one. This weekend's Memorial Day. The lake will be packed full of folks. Hope you're going to be safe as you go out and hang out with family on Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day is kind of a different holiday. I think we got a guest coming out on the 4th. I'm not 4th, but on Monday, Memorial Day, and we'll talk about this. It's a day of remembering those who lost their life, who gave their lives for our country. So it's a day that we celebrate, but it's kind of hard to say Happy Memorial Day, because it's really we're remembering folks who had who lost their lives for the country. Well, looks like our guest has arrived, and she's going to get here in just a second and get in her chair, and we're going to get a camera on you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, are we there yet, Ryan? There she is.
Good morning.
Do you have 2 wheels coming in, or
one? One pivot.
Oh my gosh! Said you get up and work out at 5:15, and then she's over here. It's amazing. You made it. You made it. You made it.
Well, so what year was Memorial Day? The first Memorial Day? 70? 69? 70?
Somewhere around there.
70
yeah.
or 72?
Yeah. It's been in our lifetime.
It has been.
Yeah, but yes, it's and the new thing I heard and I've read, and at 3 o'clock on Memorial Day, everybody's been asked to stop what you're doing and just have a moment of silence or a prayer at 3 o'clock on Memorial Day afternoon.
Okay, I'll have to set an alarm.
I know I'll have to also, because I'll go, oh, it's 3 o'clock. I'll forget.
What was that? What was that reminder for?
Yes, exactly. Because you'll be, I don't know. Some people may be using that day to catch up on yard work or whatever. But
right.
But when 3 o'clock on Memorial Day, stop and just remember all those who have lost their lives. Oh, we got some more folks watching us. Barry Boland's watching us. My Aunt Pat Bice is watching us, and my mom Carmen Blake's watching us. You walk in and they pop up as watching us. So
no, it's not true.
They were just waiting. Y'all waiting on Jody to get out here.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Well, anyways, thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
Because they did not want to listen to me for 30 minutes, sit here and just ramble on about all kinds of stuff. And I can do it, but it's more entertaining when I can ramble with somebody else.
Right.
you got some notes over there. What are we going to talk about? Some lake activities maybe, and being safe and all that kind of good stuff?
It's funny because last weekend, David and I went to do some site visits for the business on Saturday, and all the way on the other side of the lake. Thinking won't be, it's the weekend before Memorial Day because we don't get out on big holidays. And oh my gosh, everybody was out last weekend. And, it's one of those things. So Lake Martin Resource Association, LMRA, we had our annual meetings on the 2nd of May and on the 9th of May, and had great turnouts. Part of the presentation or part of the meeting included Aaliyah.
Right.
And so Aaliyah, they're great. We had now Chief Brooks, who was the interim. So Chief Matt Brooks resigned last year. Captain Drew Brooks stepped in interim, and now he is the chief.
See, I was telling Kenny yesterday, I was trying to get him, and he was like, no, he retired. I said, no, he's the chief.
There are two Brooks, Matt and Drew. Matt did retire, and Drew is
the new chief.
He is. Long time on Lake Martin and supporting Lake Martin. And we had 6 of the Aaliyah folks that attended both of the meetings, which was really great because there's House Bill 254, which is the vessel boarding bill, and went into law. And what it is that there has to be probable cause for them to be able to stop and board a vessel.
Okay.
This came out of the Baldwin County, the Mobile area. Aaliyah, not Aaliyah, the political components down there to bring that to across all of Aaliyah. And, in talking to our folks that support the Aaliyah team that supports Lake Martin, they said, we've always worked that way.
So, I always thought they could just stop you and go, hey, let's do a safety check. Let's check
They could until this. But it's like, we have so many boaters who, if you think about it, how many of you have checked your fire extinguisher in the last 2 to 5 years to make sure it's
I checked mine last weekend because I went out for the first time. And then
but listen, what you did, right? You were going out for the first time. You need to have a noisemaker. You need to have a throwable. You need to have
mash the horn.
Yes. And if your horn doesn't work, because there are some makes that with rain it doesn't work. There's external air horns or whistles. That's right. Lots of things. And then the other thing is life jackets for every person on the boat.
We were talking. I had a family from Australia on the lake Friday, and their daughter runs track at Vandy, and they were here for the SEC tournament and all that, and our daughter volunteered us to take this family out on the lake, and they were a lovely family, and they were a lot of fun. They just couldn't get over that you could jump in our lake and nothing was gonna eat you. Yeah, eat you.
That's right.
Down where they live in Australia, they have things that will eat you, and they actually grew up in South Africa. And there are really
big things that will eat you.
Hippos, they were saying that hippos kill more folks.
They do.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they go kayaking in South Africa, and they tap the kayak with the paddle so the hippos and the crocodiles will raise up and you can see their eyes and you know where they are.
Okay, so for me, I seeing them or not seeing is not the thing, right? Eating or not eating is the thing. If they're there, probably not.
If they're there, I'm not going to be in a kayak. But anyway, I got off track here. But they were amazed, and they jumped in the water. And is it safe to enter the water? I was like, yeah, it's going to be cold.
You're kind of thinking, what?
Yeah, it's going to be cold. Are you going to get in, Scott? I was like, no, it's not. It's not Memorial Day weekend yet. Water's too cold. But anyways, they were, they were. So when I got on the boat, I got, the fire extinguisher was there, and it was, in the green, and it's dated. And actually, I was looking for something else, and I found a new one that I bought last year. I forgot I bought it, and it was under the console. So I've got 2 on the boat.
And that's the point of it, is to make certain that it's current and that you know where it is. And that's the same thing with the life jackets. I know it sounds silly, and how many people, when you get on the boat with family or friends, are you saying, okay, here's our safety brief. Let's just talk a little bit about, if something goes wrong, what we do. But, it's important because things can change very quickly in in an incident or accident. And, you know, it's just like the road. My dad used to, when I would say as a kid, well, I had the right of way, he'd say, well, there are a lot of people in the cemetery who had a lot of the right of way too.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things of, you know, it's that defensive driving, not just on the road, but the water. And we've got, there is more legislation to require boating licenses for visitors. There is more focus on that. But you still, just because I have a license doesn't mean I know how to do what I need to do on the water.
They talked about that at the meeting
They
that
did.
I was at, and how you can go rent a boat and not have to have a license. Yeah.
It's interesting, and
Yeah.
and I won't. You can pick out rental boats usually on the lake, so it's one of those things of maybe I won't get too close to that.
Some folks rented a boat at River North, whatever lake, they were
Right.
right there at 280 Bridge when my youngest son was working there a few years ago, and they went up the river toward the railroad trestle. It was a pontoon boat, and they didn't know you couldn't go under that with the top up. You're supposed to go over here to the right side and go under. And and Weston said all the guys on the dock saw it coming, and they
Oh my
saw that
gosh.
top just go, and they were renting the boat. But anyways.
Yikes.
We got a little music playing. That means we've got to go away. We'll be right back with more Jody McGirt here on the front porch. The Salvation Army, located down on Highway 280 here in Alexander City. You can reach them at 256-215-3730. They do a lot of good for our community, helping folks out with clothing, food, maybe sometimes helping with power bills. But if you've got clothes that you've outgrown or you've lost weight and you can't wear them anymore, and they're still in good shape, they'll take them from you down there. They'll take them and sell them and raise money to help out the folks. Same thing with household goods, furniture. Make sure it's still usable, that you would still want to use it. Take it down there, and they will gladly appreciate it. Go see the folks at Salvation Army today.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The best lakefront properties don't happen by accident. They're designed, crafted, and built to perfection. Trusted for over 35 years, Lakescape creates breathtaking waterfront retreats built to impress and made to last a lifetime. From your mailbox to the end of your dock, we are the single source answer to design, build, and maintain your dream lakescape. It all starts at lakescape.com.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-3 329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Don't get stuck in the heat. Right now, get your AC tune-up for as low as $49. And if your system's older, now's the time to upgrade. Choose your system, and we'll level you up at no extra cost. Hurry! Limited systems available. Call Dixie, and it's done. Spring has sprung, and it's the perfect time to refresh your garage door with Dixie Overhead Door. Get a $49 garage door tune-up, or take $50 off any repair. Tune-ups are included for Dixie Cares Plan members. Call today for details.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners, Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
Eula May's breakfast and lunch, and they'll do some catering events for you. They're located over at 110 Calhoun Street, right here in Alexander City, and the back part of the square. They've got daily specials, lunch specials. Today, Wednesday, the lunch special today is chicken salad or pimento and cheese with crackers and a drink for $7. Can't beat that, folks. $7 for lunch. Go by and see the fine folks over at Eula May's today. And we're back out here. Speaking of fine folks, we got Miss Jody out here with us, and I ramble too much, so I want you to talk more about what's going on with different things on the lake, because I'll get in trouble if I don't.
I think just from thinking about our meetings and some of the other things that were talked about in, I think it was October 2024 is when the proximity law went into effect. So the first year was about education and making certain that, you know, they did stops to educate folks, which our ALEA team on the water does that all the time. They are amazing in that regard. But the proximity bill is where if you're 100 feet from a shoreline, a structure, a vessel, anything, you are to go at idle speed. And idle speed means 1 click from neutral, not I can still see it flowing in the back, but 1 click. And if you're towing somebody, then you're 200. So if you're going down a slough that's not more than 400, then you really shouldn't be towing somebody in there. But what's interesting is, so that went into effect in 2024. What's interesting is there's been some, like every law, there's some repercussions to it. So it has forced a lot of the people towing tubing or whatever out in big water, where you've got so much more traffic.
Right.
And when I lived in Washington State, when you skied and you fell, the boat had to hold up a flag so that they knew that this boat is stopped. There's, they're in motion and they have a flag up. That means there's a person in the water somewhere around them. We don't really have that. So a recommendation that we do is, you put up a board, a ski, whatever you've got, to make sure. Usually a tube is, you're not too far.
I've put skis up, but, no one skis much anymore. You don't see people skiing. They're all tubing or maybe wakeboarding. But we used to, I would hold the ski up. If you're out in the middle of the lake, I would hold it up. There wasn't a rule to do it. I just did it.
That's right.
I didn't want to get hit,
No.
But, yeah, it's...
But it is so it's one of those things of being careful or being cautious, even in big water, paying attention because, think about it. What was it? 2 weeks ago, we went up 5 inches with water levels.
Yeah.
Right? In one night. And
it caught me on Saturday morning, yeah.
I caught our neighbor, too.
Yes.
And I caught a lot of people because there were things that floated, but a lot of people burn in the lake bed. And then when the water comes up, it all goes out into the lake. And so you have to be very careful riding around, making certain that you're paying attention so that your prop doesn't hit one of those pieces of wood that didn't quite burn completely and nick it.
Well, we saw a lot of trash. Sunday afternoon, maybe we're down to the lake, and I had like trash, like plastic bottles. For
Really?
floating. Yeah. And so because we're up at Shady Point and the river comes down through there, so it kind of, some of it takes a left up into Shady Point, up in that area, and I saw several pieces of trash. But there's still, we were going on the bridge Sunday afternoon, and there was a couple of big logs floating under the 280 bridge still. But people,
And it takes a little bit for it to
get
back down.
Probably mid-June or so, you won't see as much, but right now, we've not had near the trash that we normally have because we hadn't had that much rain.
Right.
You know, I've seen
Right.
it out there at the river bridge where you could almost look like you could walk across the
it.
lake. Yeah. But,
It's and you know, as LMRA, it's one of the things that we definitely work on is trying to clean up the roadsides, because a lot of time what ends up on the roadside ends up in the lake.
Yep.
And so those efforts, and I jotted down Shady Point area if we've got some, because we have a lot of groups that want to volunteer and find places to go clean up and pick up. And so, you know, we try to have a list of those and be able to direct folks.
well, that's, you know, the river comes down up under the railroad trestle right there. That's
Right.
the Lane River Run. And so it's usually this time of year, the water's orange because we've had a lot
Right.
of rain. And you see stuff floating, and it turns left in there sometimes and gets up where we are. But yeah, there's some sloughs up in there that collect all the driftwood, and I actually saw a couple of pieces of driftwood this weekend that were beautiful. It's some pretty stuff.
There are.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you can get them out and get them out of the lake where they don't need to be in the water, and you can put them over on the edge of your yard.
That's
It
right.
looks real nice. But there was one, the people from Australia goes, those look like antlers. I was like, yeah, they do look like them.
Let me come back and get that.
Yeah, that's right. And
That's
they're
funny.
still floating there under the pier. But,
Well, you know what's funny is the dragon boat race that we did, the first one. The crew that runs that, so it's a company that comes in and they do it all over, and they provided the boats and the life jackets and the steerer, which would have been funny if we had to have our own steerers, because most people had not done this. But anyway, the gentleman that we had, he was talking about how this is one of the cleanest lakes he's been on.
Oh, always has been.
And he was so impressed. He says, we go to waterways all over the place, and this is the cleanest place that they've been.
When I was at Auburn long time ago, I was the lifeguard at remember the old student activity pool? You know, they had the diving well in there. I was a lifeguard there, and there was a guy from the fisheries department that would come there and swim laps. He would go over there and exercise. And I talked to him a lot, and he always said that our lake was the cleanest body of water around, and, which was great for us recreational. Sometimes not as good for the fishermen. They want a little grown up more and stuff, but we have a very clean lake, thanks to you guys and a lot of folks that get out there and help keep it clean.
A lot of folks. Well, you know, it's funny you say that about the fishing habitats. Alabama Power does an orchestrated, we have worked with them over the holiday, from Christmas, of collecting live, undecorated Christmas trees, and then they post it on their website of where they've placed those additional fish habits so that fishermen can find a new honey hole.
If you put those under your pier, when the water goes down a little bit, you know what happens? Snakes like those things too. I've been out there swimming under people's, out there by their piers and look up and there's a snake laying up there on there.
Yeah, that'd be walking on water time.
Yeah. Oh, I have found, I know the music's playing, but this weekend, I've had two snakes come up around me. About a 4.5 foot rat snake at our house in town. And then Monday, I went down to the lake to do something Monday morning after I left here, and there was a king snake going across the driveway. Got pictures of it.
27 years only, 2. Knock on wood for that. Obviously 4 this weekend. I know that I said
Well,
that.
we don't see any bad ones. These are I let these
Which
go.
is good.
Yeah,
And the one I saw was a black.
black runner, black racer.
Right,
yeah,
right.
And those are good snakes.
Right.
If there is such a thing.
There is. They do good things.
That's right. Well, I thank you for coming out. Y'all be safe Memorial Day weekend. Keep the lake safe. Keep the lake clean. You know, I don't know how many boats we got out there as far as Marine Police, but those guys are out there to help us.
They
And
do.
like I said, we had 6 at that meeting, and they're all nice folks. They want you to have a good time. They just want you to be safe.
They do. And I'll leave you, there's a emergency number, which everybody knows, Star HP and 911.
Mhm.
There's a non-emergency number, which goes directly to the Lake Martin District Office. I'll say it quickly and then I'll leave it with you. 256-367-9253. So that's a non-emergency number where you can report, and they were saying if anybody's violating any of the laws that are new in place, just make sure you snap a picture and have their registration and submit it.
There's a lot more out there looking at you than the Marine Police, I guarantee you. And these things right here, they carry the proof in the pudding.
I'm glad I did not grow up with those.
Ooh, can you imagine having these when we were teenagers on Lake Martin? No. No, not at all. Not at all. Hey, we'll be right back with more of the Front Porch. Thank you for coming out here.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. And we'll be right back. Coons Corner Deli and Catering. They're open Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. The weekends are open on Saturdays, 5 to 10 and 6 to 9 on Sunday. Give them a call today at 256-234-3557. The menu for lunch today is Wednesday. Chicken leg quarters, chicken tenders, loaded potatoes, English peas, green bean casserole, honey carrots, oh my goodness, and bread pudding. They've got some good bread pudding over there. Go see the fine folks at Coons Corner today.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Obituary is brought to you this morning by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. We are here to report this morning that we have no obituaries to report. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families who have lost loved ones over the past few days, and we'll be right back.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
What if you could find natural gas appliances, contractors, rebates, and financing all in one place? NaturalGasConnection.com, your one-stop shop for all your natural gas needs. Natural Gas Connection, we'll hook you up.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
Grace's Flowers, Hillary Street, Alexander City, Alabama's been there for many decades. Grace's Flowers, it's all about flowers. It's flower power at Grace's Flowers on Hillary Street. Let me just tell you, you're in the doghouse, you need flowers. You need to cheer somebody up, you need flowers. Who do you think about? You think about Grace's Flowers. Grace's Flowers has been there again for decades. Hillary Street, 234-4238. Grace's Flowers.
Alex City Marine is booming at our new state-of-the-art facility on Highway 280 in the Gap. Alex City Marine has expanded with the best in Landau pontoon boats and Suzuki outboards. But now, we added premium black fin center consoles and performance-driven excursion pontoons. See Steven and the crew for the best in on-time service for any boat. And our huge new on-site boat storage and wet slip combo deals. Call the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadilla so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and melty cheese. Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. Who's got the sauce?
A new year means new challenges for your land needs, and now is the best time to gear up at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 in Alexander City. Right now through spring, Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has to clear all Mahindra 2024 and 2025 inventory with terms up to 84 months. We also have all implements to harvest and tame any land job. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoors also has a huge selection of Spartan zero-turn mowers with 0 down and 0% interest up to 60 months on select models. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280, Alexander City.
RXR Fest this Friday and Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. Friday night and Saturday starts at 6:30, ends at 9:30, May 22nd, 23rd. They've got some live music down there at the Crossroads. Friday night is Josiah Rada Band and Wax Monkey. Saturday night is the Russell Craig Band and Aaron Mitchell Band, and they've got a lot going on down there this weekend. Go see the folks at Russell Land's down at the Crossroads. You'll be glad you went down there. It's a beautiful place to go and hear some live music. And we're back out here with no stranger to the front porch. This may be our first time to do this, just the two of us.
It is.
I got Mr. Mabry Cook out here with Russell Medical Center out here with us.
Hey,
What's
Scott,
happening?
Man, it's just a good day. It's a great day. Great day to be alive.
Did you like hit your brake or clutch too much on the motorcycle?
You really, it is from that motorcycle trip.
Right.
I went on a 2-week trip. We did Route 66. I only did 2 weeks, but the other group, Jim Peace and Robert Rubellini, they went on all the way to Santa Monica.
Wow.
And that was from Chicago to Santa Monica. That's sort of the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to cut back. You know, I'm still working.
Did
I'm
you
not
get like some
retired.
protein, like bugs? That you
No,
no,
we
you
have
didn't?
we actually have this thing called a windshield that deflects
Oh,
that.
yeah,
now.
y'all
And
are
helmets.
y'all are high
And helmets.
tech on your motorcycle.
Screens on the helmet screens too, and all.
yeah.
But so there's a lot of stops that you made that's not traditional to when you're just sort of riding and enjoying. You stay on your bike a pretty good bit, but this time the first week we got on and off our bike a lot, but you're having to downshift and upshift, and that created that. But you know, I really just like to wear it to get sympathy.
I mean, it's just like
look,
it
it worked.
something to talk about.
Exactly,
This morning, you know.
exactly,
So
exactly.
next time, 2 weeks from now, whenever you come back out here, you'll have something on his right on.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to milk it as
Yeah.
much as I can. But Scott, I actually got chill bumps when I knew it was just going to be you and me. And,
Yeah, I
and
know,
our
I
time
know.
together.
I know it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how I almost didn't sleep last night.
It's a
thinking
song,
about
Me and You and a Dog Named Blue.
Am I the dog?
Yeah, we need a dog. We need a dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm the
Me and
you. I'm the
Yeah,
you. Okay,
yeah,
good.
me and you. Yeah.
Well, here, today I wanted to sort of talk about all things Russell Medical. I like that. That sort of came up when we were deciding, when we were talking about what I'll discuss. And
you'd write that down.
Yeah, I think that could be a catchy little show title. But I always start by, just thanking all of our people and all of our neighbors and the people that support our hospital. because we're here for you guys. We're a nonprofit hospital, you know, and as you know, if you ever turn on or read the newspaper, it's just a struggle a lot to maintain. But we're doing, you know, we're doing a strong fight. We've got great people there, but we're here for you, and that's why we come on and talk about Russell Medical. Is that our purpose? We only have one purpose, and it is to serve this Tallapoosa and the surrounding counties. And give them the very best health care that we can do. And I think you'll see, if you look at our service lines with, we've got a phenomenal surgery, we've got phenomenal wound care center, cancer center, fitness center, cardio, pulmonology, we've got a podiatrist, we've got advanced care. I mean, the spectrum for a rural hospital, we have got some of the best service lines that you can have. So it's important that you support us, but it's important that we say thank you for that. One of the things that we did recently, Scott, was we brought in not too long ago a brand new MRI, and then we followed that up with a new PET-CT, and that's really taken off. What is that? A lot of that is used, and we've had this discussion before, but the PET-CT really changes a lot for people that are possibly being tested for things that you typically had to go out of town to go. You'd have to go to Birmingham or Auburn or Montgomery. But PET-CTs are rare, and that built up there was so much of a long wait time that even if we could get you in outside, you were having to wait 3 to 4 weeks. So, you know, we were able to purchase this through a lot of the efforts of our foundation, which is great, which means the community is supporting us in that way. Right. But what that does is typically, like one of the main uses is if, say you have a cancer diagnosis, they'll do several things is they'll, helps them diagnose to do the imaging on the PET-CT, so they'll know exactly how to prepare the treatment plans. And then they benchmark it from there, and it's very detailed, and when they can look at it, they can really have good information to make your planning, and then to say, hey, this is how you're progressing and all. And just to follow up on that is like, I mentioned the MRI, and all of the equipment we have, we've gotten is state-of-the-art. Our linear accelerator. When I say state-of-the-art, what does that mean? Well, it means it's the very best that's out there. Our MRI is a great example of. We got one that is a lot larger. It is a lot more. It has a lot more depth to what it can do. It is. Because things are different. It's like no matter what you say, you need to know when you go use a piece of equipment, is this a 20-year-old piece of equipment? And you can imagine, do you want to be in a 20-year-old jet or a 1-year-old jet? You want the newest and best that's out there.
Larger MRI is a good thing for me.
Well, no, I'm not going to say that, but it is because if you're like me.
Not because I'm large.
No, okay,
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm large, yeah, but
I didn't say you were large.
No, but I read your mind.
No,
I'm claustrophobic.
You're not large.
Claustrophobic.
Yes, I am too. And yes, and just that space a little bit, and they're so good. If you are claustrophobic, they will do everything they can to make that experience, and it's quicker. You know, even if you have a tinge of.
Yeah, Chris knocked me out where he hit punch me.
Well, yeah, that was probably just because of the way you're acting.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with anything. Right. Chris is Chris Spann is one that handles that. But another thing about it is you're in and out.
Right.
It's one of those things, and you're getting better details. So it does matter. That's why we get the greatest, best equipment in there. Is for you, our community, is that we want you, when you get here, you're going to be experiencing the highest quality. So when they do your imaging and they send it back to your oncologist, or they send it back to your cardiologist, or they send it back to the physician that requested it, they're not just having to look at antiquated type imaging. And so that's super important on all the equipment we try to get. We just got in not too long ago lab equipment that is detailed, and it gives a little more of the spectrum of what they're trying to look for. So, yeah, so we're, I'm just talking away here, Scott.
You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Well, you were talking so much and went by so fast.
Ryan, what are you doing in there?
Ryan's
that didn't last long enough.
Ryan's polite. He goes, "Oh, I'll shut you up."
Yeah, Ryan's like, I've heard enough of him.
Yeah, the equipment out there, I know we got to go, but it's amazing how on top of stuff you guys are as far as modern equipment, and it's a good thing. Speaking of good things, we're gonna be right back with some more good stuff. Lake Martin-Dadeville Chamber of Commerce, a great place to call home. They're located at West Columbus Street in Dadeville, Alabama. DadevilleChamber.com. Reach them at 256-825-4019. You don't have to be a business to join. All you folks down there on the lake, on that side of the lake down there in the Dadeville area, go over and join. They've got a great program going on there for the Chamber. Speaking of programs they've got going on, June the 11th, Thursday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the First Baptist Church in Dadeville, $20 per person. Make your business stand out with Canva. They've got a young lady coming from the Alabama Chamber of Commerce, Carla Roper. She's Vice President of Operations. It's going to be a class, you can learn how to create your own business brand in Canva, learn easy design tips for your marketing business, but you want to go and get signed up for that now with the Dadeville Chamber of Commerce. That's coming up June the 11th at the First Baptist Church in Dadeville.
Medicare for Veterans, MedicareSalute.com. Medicare for Veterans, helping to maximize your VA, CHAMP VA, and TRICARE benefits. Call 256-675-5315 today. Ask for Amber Walker. Ask about Medicare, life, health, dental, and final expenses. Do that today. Call 256-675-5315.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
The best lakefront properties don't happen by accident. They're designed, crafted, and built to perfection. Trusted for over 35 years, Lakescape creates breathtaking waterfront retreats built to impress and made to last a lifetime. From your mailbox to the end of your dock, we are the single source answer to design, build, and maintain your dream lakescape. It all starts at lakescape.com.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Ronnie's Pine Straw and Materials. You may ask, what materials does he have along with that pine straw? Well, funny you ask. He's got gravel, pea gravel, all kind of stuff to mulch with, sand. Those are the materials he has down there. They're located down at the corner of Highway 63 and the Wind Creek Road. Go down and see him today. Call him at 256-537-3562 just to make sure he's there. He will load you up and you can drive away and go and make your yard look really nice. I've already done it this year, been down there twice already. Go see Ronnie. And we're back out here with Mr. Mabry Cook, and time flies when you're having fun. That first segment went by so fast. This one's going to go by faster, probably.
It will. So I want to. It caught me off guard that when Ron, I just think he got tired of listening to me. You know, Marty says that I am. She loves it when I'm on TV or radio. Do you know that? You know why?
Because she can turn you off.
She can turn me off when she's tired of listening to me. I think Ron took us up. He was tired of listening to me.
Well, my bride will text me and go, "Let the guest talk."
Really?
Yes.
I think you've been very accommodating and hospitable. So I'm sorry about. I wish she wouldn't do that.
So
I'd
sit back and let you talk. You know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I tell you, let me just as it hits me, what I was thinking about in the break is one of the things that is really exciting right now is we have been so blessed to have and he's my best friend, but Jim Peace was such a good CEO for our hospital, but we have been blessed to have our new CEO, Bob Phillips. I've been able to spend some good time with him and work with him. He is just a fantastic individual. He's got a very, what I think, a phenomenal spirit, a heart for our community. He's only been here for 3 or 4 months, but he's really getting engaged. He's loves meeting the people in the community and loves visiting with our employees. And he's going. He comes in early and he's there late, and he is drinking from a fire hydrant, just trying to get all this. Because it's a very challenging job to run 600 employees. We basically, this hospital contributes roughly $150 to $180 million into benefits to the community and the purchases and the employees and their wages and all and stuff that we do. And it is a monster, big challenge to do that. And he's come on, he's rolled his sleeves up just like me. See, roll my sleeves up. And Scott rolled his sleeves up. But we're blessed. I mean, how lucky can you be to get, a follow-up? You're not always guaranteed that, but congratulations to the board of directors.
It's hard to follow a good head coach, a good pastor, a good CEO. It's just hard to follow.
And in these times too, you've got a lot of headwinds with, and they all really typically come from the fact that I say this, but it's always worth repeating, just so hopefully I can communicate it to you that the main challenge is that we don't get paid for what we do. And I know people think, oh my goodness, look at this, you just bought a new MRI. Well, we couldn't do that if it wasn't for the foundation.
Right.
I mean, we couldn't do that. You're doing a new surgery reception area and triage area where you come in, it's going to be phenomenal. Well, that's somebody that was gracious to donate that money, but on the basic operating expenses, we couldn't do that. Why are we in that shape? Well, we spend roughly $5 million a year taking care of people that are uninsured. That comes straight off of what we do. $5 million. I think we're like an $80 million revenue. That doesn't mean we make $80 million. That's just what comes in. We're losing money, so that's a challenge. So the headwinds are great, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming up too. The big, we have to take advantage of it, and we need the help from our legislators and what they're doing. And they've created at the federal level. They came up with this big beautiful bill last year, and that is now segued into that money was sent to the state to distribute. It's for 5 years. The first year the state gets roughly $203 million to be spread out to how does it benefit rural hospitals. Rural health care is what they're calling it. So it's an Alabama Rural Health Care Transformation Program or project. I can't remember what that is.
And we're classified here at Russell as a rural.
We are, and the one of the main parameters or classifications, you have to be a community of 50,000 population or less. But that means everyone in the state that can claim that will try to participate in that. So they're rolling out probably June the 1st what I call a request for your proposal, an RFP, but they're calling it a NOFO, which is a notice of funding something. But they're rolling that out June the 6th, and we're going to be heavily developing that and want to try to get the piece of the puzzle that'll help us fund that. So there's some things that will help us. They came up with a law in the state, which was a tax incentive that is also helping us. We've gotten tremendous assistance from the county commission, to help us, and we want to continue growing those type of partnerships. But that's what's necessary. But to the point I was going to make, Scott, is that the challenge is that if you can imagine this, it will not sound fair, but the insurance providers like United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, they don't pay us the same as they would pay, say, a hospital that's under the Huntsville Hospital up in Madison and Huntsville and Athens. We do the same thing. We pay the same wages. We pay for the same supplies. Our electricity is the same. There's nothing different. And our reimbursement is a lot lower. If our reimbursement was the same, that means they paid us what they paid the others, we probably would be in really good shape.
I know we don't have near the time to talk about all that, I know, but why is that? That's a loaded question.
Who does Blue Cross compete against?
Oh,
who does Blue Cross and Blue Shield compete against?
The past 3 months, I've fussed a lot about that. But
because there's no competition, so they make the rules.
It's the golden rule. He who has the goal makes the ruls.
That is they're a great organization. They've done so much for us, but there needs to be some equity in that. Especially the ones that probably need it the least. And we are obviously a big fan of the UABs of the world. They're the ones that need it the least. They have got such a connection at the state level, grants. State funding, and they're getting the top reimbursement. And then you've got the Lake Martin Community Hospitals. You've got, obviously, I just said us. You've got all the small rural hospitals, and you see them. They're either shutting down or they're becoming what they call a rural emergency health operation, REH hospitals.
They're cutting services.
Yeah, well, they're no longer inpatient, and Clay County is that. That's what Clay County is, and you've seen it pop up all over. So, your services are dependent upon that. So hopefully in the future we can have really good dialogue with our providers, and it's not just Blue Cross, it's every one of them. United Healthcare is probably the worst in how they approach that. and then you've got other, whoever you're using, there's few that are sitting there doing it. So one last thing, state of the health care is where we talk about the state of health care in Tallapoosa County. The chamber puts it on. It's going to be June the 26th, it's a Friday. We're going to do an expo. It's going to be a health expo. We're going to have 20 to 25 booths from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock at CAC, and that's where it's usually held, in that lobby. Put that on your calendar. You're going to hear more about it, but it's really to show that we as a community have such great healthcare services, not just the hospital, but other entities out there. And we're going to put a focus, and maybe this will become an annual event. But again, thank everybody for putting up with me for 20 minutes. And I apologize, but I love the hospital. I love our community, and I hopefully you'll continue to support us.
Next time we need to do an hour.
Okay.
Maybe do an hour. I don't know. Yeah. But Kenny will be back tomorrow, so he calls that shot, not me. But
well, just let me know.
So much information out there.
There is, and we're going to be rotating speakers too. So.
Right.
But thank y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you for coming out. We'll be right back with more of the Front Porch. We got Miss Marsha Mason coming up next. Glenn Smith Chevrolet down in Opelika, Alabama. GlennSmith.com. You can reach them that way. See all those beautiful trucks right there? I see one with a moon roof on it. If you're looking for a brand new truck, probably got some used ones too, GMC or Chevy. Go down to see the fine folks at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Tell them that you heard about them right here on the Front Porch.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen. At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Ellick City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
S&S Tire is the #1 tire and service dealer in the entire Lake Martin region for reasons. First, S&S works on all makes and models, including imports, and our advanced trained ASE Master Tech can pinpoint and correct problems before they happen. S&S Tire sells by volume, and that allows us to demand the best price on all major brands, including Michelin, Goodyear, and Toyo. Most importantly, S&S Tire and Auto lives, works, worships, and interacts in our home community. S&S Tire, #1 for many reasons, but most importantly, #1 for your satisfaction.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
Chick-fil-A right here in Alexander City, located out on Highway 280, open Monday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. You want to go by there today and get one of their sandwiches or their chicken fingers or their nuggets. They've got grilled, fried, they've got salads, they got wraps. And man, I talk about it all the time, the yogurt parfait with the fruit in it, with the granola. It's mighty good. It's very good. Go by and see the folks over at Chick-fil-A. Tell them you heard about them right here on the front porch. And we're back out for the final segment of today's show on the front porch, and we've got no stranger to the show, but it's the first time she sat out here with just me. And she's a little nervous. I don't know why. You shouldn't be nervous around me.
I don't know.
Oh, but I need her, you know, if you could stand up, if she would stand up. She is dressed. I mean, what's going on today? I mean,
it's court. It's in-person court. Yeah. Normally I might have just a top on, and shorts or a leggings because it's on Zoom, but today's in-person court.
In-person court. Yeah. I mean, she's dressed. She looks very nice today.
And I did not oversleep, and that was a good thing.
No, you're on time. Yeah, you're not running in here late today. Yeah. But anyways, I was just telling her, y'all know Kenny will be back tomorrow, so she was shocked when it was just me, but I promise you.
I don't think I've ever done the front porch without Kenny Dean. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All these years, that's crazy.
All these country songs come to mind. There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, and, I was jamming out on the way over here.
Just you and I. It's just the two of us. That's not country, but that was a great song. But anyways, Miss Marsha Mason, she has an attorney firm right here in town, and you focused on Chapter 13, Chapter 7 bankruptcies. Is that not correct?
Federal court. I stay out of state court as much as possible.
She's in the federal court, and she also has dogs, and she shows dogs, and she has lots of dogs. And you do run a restaurant on the weekends up in North Alabama.
Yeah, jack of all trades right now, but the dog showing episode this year. So I generally only get to show dogs 2 months out of the year, and I almost put myself in the hospital. That's why I've been out of touch.
Right.
Yeah. When the doctor says you're dehydrated and exhausted, I thought that was always something a celebrity said if they went on a music tour or something. Mm-hmm. No, that's a real thing. It will throw all of your stuff off.
You get so busy you forget to eat.
Yeah.
Or forget to drink.
Yeah, and sleep. And this was my first year at our breed specialty in Purina Farm, and I had 4 dogs showing this year. So that was a lot.
So I guess you're not the young little chick anymore, maybe.
No, that is exactly what I'm getting at. That was my reality check right there. Like,
Hey.
you can't just do that.
It jumps up and hits you hard sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just wait till you turn 60. This is my 60 year, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know.
Where'd that come from?
I know. Like, I used to could, just run on caffeine and chaos. And no, you have to slow down. That is not smart to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So tell us, what kind of dogs do you have?
Oh, I have standard poodles.
Standard poodles. Okay.
Yes. A friend of mine, she had been my friend for 20 years. She passed away, and I inherited her line. And yeah, then COVID hit. And my life changed. I wasn't going to court in person back then, and I started training and then started showing dogs in 2022. Yeah. But we have now officially received all the titles that we wanted to get this year, our invitations to nationals for next year. And yeah.
Where will that be? Where was nationals? Where will that be located?
Wilmington, Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, so we'll be heading out July. So you qualified the year before, and so I'll be taking 2 this July 15th. Yeah. Now last year, that was bad.
Right.
That was bad. Like, all I had to do was finish the course. Anxiety hit. I couldn't breathe. I know. I miscounted my steps. Yes, I was counting out loud. I had to count to 3, and I miscounted my steps, and I should have gone
You're
left.
talking about in the show.
Yeah, and I should have gone left, and I went right, and I lost basically the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was like the field goal kicker, that misses the winning. That was a very humbling experience.
It happens. I'm gonna just mention my wife real quick. She was on Wheel of Fortune a couple of years ago.
No way, that's awesome.
And it just happens. You get out there, and anyways, she missed her word, and
The adrenaline
she was
spikes.
just like,
What did you do? I mean, as soon as I walked out, I was like, oh my goodness. And like the professional photographer was taking a picture of me and my dog. And what's so bad is my dog is looking to the left. Like, no, you're going wrong. And I just went right.
your dogs don't get nervous.
Yeah, they don't.
No, it's routine to them.
Yeah.
But you get under these lights, and you get people
the
staring
pressure.
at you.
Yeah.
You ought to sing the national anthem in front of 10,000 people.
Yeah, no.
That's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that's the ongoing joke though with all my dog training friends. They're like, Marsha, you're an attorney. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's different when I'm in a show ring with a dog that could go rogue on me.
And you're the one that went rogue.
And I'm the one that went rogue. I dropped the ball. Yes, so I had backed off from showing after that, trying to just work through, why I was having this strange, weird anxiety pressure, and then we kicked it back off in Tampa.
Right.
This February, but it was insane.
So how many miles do you put on your vehicle a week? A bunch?
At least 5,000.
Wow.
4 to 5,000.
Because you're all over the place. You're in North
Yeah.
Alabama. You're showing dogs. You're in court. You're doing this.
Well,
doing
and
that.
there's not many dog shows locally in Alabama, so you have to drive 2+ hours, especially when there's deadlines for each thing that we do. And so you have to get so many points, or you have to get so many things before that deadline. Yeah.
Wow.
The competitiveness comes out. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And those shows you go to aren't just for standard poodles. There are all kind of dogs there. It's just
No, we compete against all dogs, all breeds, even rescue dogs, any dog that has an AKC number or a PAL number. Now, when I talk about going to Purina, that is just our breed specialty. It is only poodles that we compete against there, but everywhere else it's all dogs. So we're kind of the low man on the totem pole, though.
Gotcha.
Against the border collies and golden retrievers. So, but it's fun. It's fun.
We've got 3 grand dog golden retrievers, and they'll all be here this weekend.
They're so loving.
And one little foo-foo dog. My son has 2 goldens. He and his wife have 2 goldens, and my daughter and her husband have 1 golden and a little foo-foo dog, a Maltipoo. A Maltipoo. Lido is.
Oh, you're gonna have a house full then.
Oh yeah,
Do they all get along?
Oh, they're all
like buddies.
Yeah, they just bounce off each other, and the little Maltipoo thinks he rules all 3
He's
of those
the
big.
boss, yeah.
Oh, They get all 4 on the boat, and it's a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, and the big ones think they're the size of Lido, so if he's in your lap,
They want to be in the,
yeah, and they'll come up and fuss at you, pet me, just talk to you, and I wish I could know what they were saying, but they like to talk to you.
I often wonder that about mine. They're probably, oh, she's in a mood today, or we're gonna get to do lots of fun stuff.
Exactly, but but these dogs are not trained like yours. They're gentle giants, and they act right, but they're not disciplined like yours. The ones you take to shows are. It's amazing to watch them on TV. Those dogs are.
There's a lot of work that goes into that, and teamwork. That's one thing I discovered over this year. It doesn't matter how much you train or your dog knows it. There are going to be things that will freak them out, or they just decide like they're feeding off of you, and then you got to kind of figure out what messed that up. Yep. My main one, he is not a morning person. He is not a morning person. Yep.
He likes to sleep.
He likes to sleep, and he likes the afternoon.
Yeah, the ones I watch, the one I like to watch on TV is the obstacle courses where they'll have these collies, and they're going through those poles like that, and they go up the ramps and come back down. And they jump.
Really cool to watch.
And then they run through the tunnel or whatever, and if they miss, you got to go back, and it's amazing how the trainer gets them and takes them back through there, but that's
totally,
a lot.
Totally teamwork. I watched one of my first agility trials too this year.
Yeah.
Everybody always asks, do you do that? And I'm like, no, I would have to run.
I know the trainers have to be in shape because you're running along with them.
Yeah, because you have to direct your dog to each thing, and I have no doubt I would fall.
Dogs are amazing, amazing animals for sure. That music tells me that Ryan says that we got to hush for a few minutes. We got to take a break. We'll be back with more of Marsha Mason. The Mitchell House down in Dadeville, Alabama, been around since 1835. The house is beautiful, that older home down there. People have it for weddings and showers and parties. They've got the new building over there for different events for your weddings and rehearsal dinners and banquets and business meetings. The chamber uses it a lot over there. It's a great place to go have a meeting. Call the Mitchell House at 256-307-1225, www.mitchellhouseevents.com. Give them a holler and schedule your event.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. For any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Brown Nursing Home on Washington Street in Alexander City is a 68-bed facility. Therapies offered are physical, occupational, speech, IV, and wound healing. Very important to know, Brown Nursing Home accepts most insurances. Catherine Sykes is the RN Director of Nursing, Dr. Timothy Corbin is the Medical Director, and Dylan Beagles is the Administrator, and one fine staff that'll take care of you. It's all about you at Brown Nursing Home. 256-329-9061.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Lake Life Wellness Studio is located in downtown Dadeville behind the courthouse. Lake Life is more than a place you want to come to move. It's a lifestyle. We didn't just want to open a studio. We wanted to build a community and recharge here at Lake Martin, offering Pilates, yoga, sauna, and cold plunge. Check out our Lake Life Wellness Studio merchandise, which is officially here. Sign up for a membership today and be part of the Lake Life Wellness Studio community. Visit our website, lakelifewellnessstudio.com, and be sure to follow us on social media.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
And here we are again, back out here on the front porch with Miss Marcia Mason here this morning in her blue dress.
I know.
You're overdressed for the front porch, I'm here to tell you. I mean, I've got a dress shirt on today. Normally we're out here in ball caps and shorts, but I'm glad I kind of dressed up too.
Yeah,
I knew you were going to be out here this morning dressed up. But we're out here talking to Marcia about her dogs, and let's segue over into what your real job is. And you are an attorney.
I know.
And you're going
Isn't it crazy?
I know it. Federal.
I think that every day. I'm like, what were they thinking?
I know. So you hold court with dogs. Now you got to go to court with your clients, and look, so we won't go politics, but in today's economy, I do mortgages, so I see all kinds of, it's tough. Living is tough right now.
It is.
Financially. And so are you seeing, are we having more bankruptcies or less?
We are.
We're having more. Okay.
We are. I'm seeing a lot more people that own small businesses. That has been an uptick, and I think it's the cost of supplies and gas and like all the other things and labor cost, and then you have entered into like a car payment years ago. I mean, I'm not telling you things that you don't know.
Right, but a small business. Like I was just telling you, we were in Tuscaloosa this weekend. We went out to eat at this Italian restaurant. Our friends were like, you got to go check this place out. El Palma or something like that. Anyways, and it's our favorite place to go. And, there was a wait because there was a big long line there. It took a while to get the food because they're short-staffed. Now, over there, they have the issue is the students have gone because they're out there. And so a lot of the students work there. But if you go to a restaurant nowadays, don't get mad at the people that are working because they're short-staffed. So it's hard to find people to work. But then you have the flip side. People are filing bankruptcies because for whatever reason,
Well, I like filled my car up, and I'm driving a 4-cylinder. It was $69.
Oh yeah.
So I can imagine someone SUV. It adds up.
Yeah, I mean the truck that I have, it's about $120 to fill it up. It's got a huge tank, so that's why I'm in that old Toyota out there this morning. It gets
that's
better
why
gas.
I don't drive my SUV. I drive that 4-cylinder with as many miles as I drive. But gas, I pay attention to because I pay a lot for gas. But I think it trickles on down. Groceries, eating out.
Well, it's hard to pass if you are a restaurant or a small business and your supplies and your food, whatever you're buying, your cost of goods have gone up. And they go, well, you're just going to pass it on to the consumer. It's hard to pass it on because consumers are going to try to find the cheapest price on stuff. And so if you're
it's a slippery slope because you don't if you're a restaurant, for example, you don't want to price out your regulars that come in, and so
fast food joints, whatever Happy Meal, number 4 meal, which pick your own restaurant out, fast food joint. It used to be $6.99. Now they're $9.99 or $10.99, and they still probably haven't raised it enough to cover the increasing cost, probably.
Yeah, I mean you're just having to. It's a whole balancing act, and
right.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people with tax debt. I'm able to restructure tax debt, but you have to file your taxes for the last 4 years. So that I have seen a lot of people come in like, oh, I need to file tax. Well, you've got to go do that before I file your case because I need to know how much you're going to owe.
Right.
That's how I formulate plans. My husband was laughing at me. He was like, you always talk about budgets. And I'm like, yeah, budgets are important. He was like, why don't you ever talk about the fact that you get people out of messes? And I was like, well, that's a good point. I'm the getting out of mess kind of girl. So whether it is taxes or credit cards, or medical debt, or you're behind on a car payment.
Do you have folks come to you just for taxes? So they may not be behind on their debt, they just need to pay taxes.
They just need to pay taxes. Or something maybe happened during the year where they had to go tax exempt, so they didn't have enough withheld, created a tax liability. At least filing bankruptcy, it stops the interest, it stops the penalties, and it gives you 3 to 5 years to pay that debt off. Whereas if you enter into an installment agreement with the IRS, you're still getting hit every month with interest and penalties, so it's a lot harder to get that debt paid off.
Right.
And then the idea being, if we do get you on a budget, you would be able to have the correct withholdings taken out. So yeah, you might not get a refund, but you break even. That's the key. I think so many people sometimes, well, I want a refund. Refunds are good, but also just a break-even point is good too, because that means you had more money during the year to pay your bills, and maybe
I've always said that. Yeah, I see folks getting $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 back. I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But then most folks, if you're making money, you're going to end up paying money at the end of the year. So.
And I think the question is, are you really making money when all this other stuff is going up? I think that's where people start struggling. I made good money, but then I had X amount in gas, or then I had this, or then I had that. I don't see a lot of people that are just like over, being exaggerant. It is daily living, and all it takes is just one mess up with the AC at the house, and it will. You're
one catastrophe away from seeing you.
Yes.
Basically, from bankruptcy a lot of times. Financial stress. I think, Lee, we just had Mabry out here from the hospital, and people going having all kind of tests wrong. They're having this wrong with them, that wrong with them. They're exhausted, or they're dehydrated, or they're stressed out. I think it affects the health of people too. So maybe you also help people get their health back sometimes when they get the relief they need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the more when I talk to people, the depression and anxiety gets a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of not involved with the family, worried about how they're going to pay those bills or which paycheck to use for which bill.
That is the worst feeling, laying there on that pillow and going, this, And finally,
the pressure of it all.
Right.
You gotta choose.
And it's when you wake up, like, oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that music means we got to go away for a couple of minutes. We'll be right back with more Marcia Mason for the final segment of today. Enoch's Hardware, Bait, and Tackle in Rockford, Alabama on Jackson Street. Christopher Crumley owns the hardware store down there, and he's actually our Thought for the Day preacher this week at 6 o'clock. So Mr. Crumley has a great business down there. He's selling tons of bait right now. Fish are biting. Go by and see him and get you some live worms and crickets and all the fun stuff to go fishing. It might relieve some stress. Go down there and do a little fishing. But go see the good folks at Enoch's Hardware, Bait, and Tackle today.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com. The Chambers Tallapoosa Coosa Community Action Committee is a local nonprofit agency whose mission is to enhance the quality of life for low-income persons, while also providing services that promote self-sufficiency. We offer programs that include Head Start, family daycare, low-income energy assistance, and weatherization, among others. The central office location is 170 South Broadnax Street in Dadeville. Call 256-825-4287 or online at cacctc.com.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And we're back out for the last short segment of today's show. I want to thank Miss Marsha Mason for being out here with us this last segment. And have a great day in court today as you travel. Is Montgomery or Opelika? Where are you going? Opelika. Going down to Opelika. Good deal. I want to thank Jody McGirt for being out here at the 6:30 hour, and Mabry Cook. Always good to have him out here. We've had a great show. Kenny will be back tomorrow if the creek don't rise. So just tune in tomorrow morning and you'll have the man back out here. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon.